Hello, everybody. I hope you guys are having a great day. Thank you so much for all of the channel members for buying me this cup of coffee. I appreciate you guys. Matter of fact, I just realized that I'm joined as a channel member. I appreciate it so much. My goal is to put out content for my channel members above and beyond content for my YouTube channel. As I'm building back my business that I left when my child was born, that up, I'm concentrating less and less on YouTube. But I want to give as much value as possible to the people that want the value. And the people that want the value the most are the people that are channel members. Besides for the YouTube videos that I make in finance, which basically covers Palantir, SoFi, a couple of other stocks, I do have real world experience. I own several pieces of property that I manage, on a daily basis. So if you guys have questions about real estate, I will be happy to make a channel member video for you guys. Also, I have extensive knowledge when it comes to cryptocurrency. I know cryptocurrency more than most people, will ever learn. How to use it, DeFi, the intricate value of it, and, the monetary value of it. So if you guys want to learn that, please feel free. Earlier today, I was making a video, or actually I was speaking to Ahmed during a live, and I was actually pitching him cryptocurrency and talking about how it can grow, so on and so forth. Now, I know cryptocurrency is not everybody's cup of tea, and I feel you. But when I did that, I ended up getting a really cool question from one of my channel members, and I want to answer this question in a video. So let's share the screen. I got a really cool question from Ridge Webster. Ridge Webster is a channel member. Thank you. He says, me, Adam, Jesse, and Amit have been helping me so much on increasing my productivity in the stock market. I wanted to say thank you first of all. So currently I own 0 crypto and I want to buy Bitcoin. What percentage do you feel is a good starting point to start a position? Also, I've been looking at HIM's options leaps. I was wondering if you've done some research on it, if it's worth getting some leaps. So in today's video, leaps at this time. In today's video, I responded right away. This was 3 hours ago. Great question. I'll make a video on this for the group. I'll try and get this out today or tomorrow. So I want to make sure to get it out today because, again, I want to make sure everybody gets their value. He said, thank you so much. I love how raw you are and the outlook from Palantir to crypto. Keep doing your thing. Can't wait for all of your success. To this, I'm going to say thank you so much, Rich. I really appreciate it. So I'm going to make a video for you. In this video, I'm going to go over technical analysis, and I'm also going to give you a broader understanding of cryptocurrency and some positive catalysts when it comes to cryptocurrency. In terms of a percentage of your portfolio, this is up to you. But what I would tell everybody in their investment, feel comfortable with your investment. For example, if I'm doing a risky play or something that I don't 100% agree on and I want to just test the waters, I personally put in $5,000. If I like the play, I keep adding. That's the way I've been playing my options, right? My PayPal, my Square, my SoFi, my Palantir, my MQ, my Robinhood. Shout out to Jesse Dow. His Twitter is going to be down below if you guys want some more technical analysis. So come up with the number that's good for you. So if I lose $5,000, I'm not going to cry about it. It is what it is. It's the cost of doing business. But if I like my investment and I keep learning about my investment, I'm going to keep adding money into my investment. So Rich, and for anybody else listening, I suggest that you come up with a number that's good for you. What are you comfortable losing? Whether that number is $50, $100, $1,000, $10,000, or $1 million. It's your specific number. I suggest putting in and testing the water with a small amount that's you're comfortable with losing, and then do your own research. And as you do more research, you're either going to support or destroy your thesis on your investment. Whether you like cryptocurrency or anything else, do your research. And that's why I started doing technical analysis, because I was tired of not understanding it, and Jesse does it so well that I'm actually going to show you some technical analysis that I've personally been working on. So I hope that answers your first question of what you should get into, or how much of your portfolio should be cryptocurrency. I'm going to put myself really small because I got this awesome technical analysis screen. This is a 35-inch widescreen. I'm trying to mimic Jesse, and you guys can't see it, but on top of this screen, I have another screen, and then I have a screen right here. Really good for technical analysis. So this is currently the price of Bitcoin. The current price of Bitcoin is $30,500. And as you know, Bitcoin has been on a tear. It's been up 17% over the last month. 70% over the last 6 months, and 85% year to date. Believe it or not, Bitcoin is the number one performing asset. I'm not talking about a specific stock. I'm talking about an asset compared to gold or real estate or stocks in general. Bitcoin is outperforming all of them. So this is going to be my technical analysis, guys. Please give me a break. And if you guys know technical analysis, I'm not saying that I'm right, but I would love for somebody to review my technical analysis for me. I'm learning how to do it. So this technical analysis is going to be about 2 months out. So this is around May 2023. Right now we're in July, the middle of July 2023. And I went all the way back. But right now I want to concentrate on this right here. We have a little bit of a breakout level, which is right here. So if you go back, this was the high point back in April 2023. And if you chart April 2023 and you see this line right here, the red is the resistance line. And if you chart it all the way down, you're going to get this price right here, which gets you a triangle. And then this is a low point that I found in March 2023. And it's going to be a green line. And if you go all the way up, they connect right here. And then this circle right here is the last triangle breakout. So either we could have broken out, which we did, or we could have dropped, but we didn't. We broke out. And this was around 25, 26, 26,500 Bitcoin. And then we had these beautiful, beautiful candles right here. This huge candle right here that brought us from 26,000 all the way to 28. And then from 28, we had a huge candle going to right around 30,000. And these are day candles. So this within 2 days, it absolutely skyrocketed. This was our last support. So this is main support. This is a secondary support right here, which was 28,000, which we completely broke out of. We did retreat a little bit. So now I made myself a second triangle. This is the second triangle right here. The second triangle is from this lower point right here, which was June 15th. And then I brought it all the way up to right around this 31.5 level. And this is my new resistance. So that's the support, and this is my new resistance. The new resistance is right here at 31,000, going all the way up to around 31,500, which is very similar to the last resistance that we had back in April, right here, this line right here, right? This was the last high. So it's very important to see that we actually technically broke the last high. So right now, these are my lines. I'm looking for Bitcoin to go past 31,600 or so. And this is denoted by this little smiley face right here. So if we could hit the smiley face, I think Bitcoin is going to go up. That's my first technical analysis. And what's my support going down? Well, right around here, right around where we are right here, around that 30,000 mark. This red line right here and this yellow line right here are the moving averages. 28,000 is going to be the 50-day moving average, and 28,200 is going to be the 100-day moving average. These are my points of concern. So if the price breaks out past 31,500, I'll be happy. If the price breaks under 30,000, I'm going to be sad. And this is going to be a level of concern. So you want the price to be above the 50 and 100-day. Anything above the 50-day is short-term bullish. Anything above the 100-day is mid-term bullish. And anything above the 200-day is long-term bullish. If it breaks this support, the next support level is going to be right here. This is the downward swirl. This is the 200-day moving average denoted by the little scary face at 25,000. And this is the support that we had before we went on this little run, which is right around the same, which is 24,700, which is also denoted by the scary face. So as long as our range for cryptocurrency is somewhere around 30,000 and up, this is a good sign. If you actually add yourself the volume, this is to show you the volume. You see right around this 30,000 mark, you have a shit ton of volume. This is good. This is very, very powerful. And right here, when it was dropping down, you had a shit ton of volume, which was able to bring the price up right here. This is why the price broke out. So just to be clear, I think anything above 30,000 is a decent price to get into crypto. If you want to get into a better price, I think maybe you can wait until a breakdown of around 28,500, 29,000. And if you really want to get spicy, and the price breaks 28,000, your next support level might be around 26,000. 25,000 is a low point, and if it breaks below 25,000, it's possible that the price is going to go down, baby. Now, I don't anticipate that happening. I think that we're going to hold. But again, I'm not a pro with technical analysis. I wish Jesse or somebody else can take a look. And I want to show you one other thing when it comes to the technical analysis. I also try to do a technical analysis for the RSI and the RSI average. So the RSI is going to be in purple, and the RSI moving average is going to be in yellow. We're about to reach a point right here. When the purple crosses the yellow, that's good. You want the purple to cross the yellow. So the yellow is going down, the average is going down, and the RSI, which is the relative strength index, is going up. The last time that happened was right around June 23rd, and that's when we had our last breakout, where the price of Bitcoin went from 24,000 all the way up to $30,000. So we're right now in this little triangle right here and this little triangle right here. If the RSI goes past right here, that's going to be good. Also, RSI right now is at 60. Anything under 70 technically is not overbought, which means that we have some room to grow for Bitcoin to go up higher. And again, Jesse, if you're watching this or anybody else who does technical analysis, can you please review what I did and tell me if I made mistakes, which I'm sure I did, or if anything I said actually makes sense. Am I onto something? So that's my technical analysis. But I want to show you another chart besides for technical analysis. Right now, Bitcoin is having something called a Bitcoin halving. And the way crypto works is you have Bitcoin miners. And Bitcoin miners basically have their computers and they compute mathematical formula. And those miners get rewards for computing the mathematical formula. This is one of three ways they secure the actual Bitcoin network, the actual blockchain. Why it can't be hacked, why it can't be controlled by government, so on and so forth. Okay, without getting too complicated. Back in the day, they used to get 50 Bitcoin for every block mined. Then it became halved to 25, then to 12.5, then it became 6 point something. Now it's like 3.7, half of that. And now it's going to be, 2024 is going to be 3 point something, 3.5. Right now it's 6 and a quarter, so something like that. It's half, 50, 25, 12.5, 6 something, 3 something, 1 something, so on and so forth. So I want to show you a chart of what happened the last time that Bitcoin halved. And this is the theory from the Bitcoin heads. This is from the beginning of time for Bitcoin, okay? There was a halving in 2012. Okay, Bitcoin came into existence in 2008. 2012, there was a halving. My chart doesn't go back that far. Then there was a halving in 2016 right here. And the halving went from here, where the price of Bitcoin was around 600, and it went all the way over here to 19,000, nearly 20,000. You remember, this is when we had the crazy hysteria for Bitcoin. This is when I made $100,000 in 1 month. I thought I was a genius. Then Bitcoin came down, and there was another Bitcoin halving right here, May 2020, and Bitcoin went from around $8,000. Bitcoin went all the way up to that 60,000 mark, okay? 60,000, it dropped, and then it hit a high of 69,000. And then it dropped again. And then we are right here where we are. So in theory, if you believe in the Bitcoin halving, alone on the Bitcoin halving, we should get a multi-bagger. The multi-bagger, in my opinion, based on just the halving, is going to be somewhere between 2 to 4x, approximately from where we are right now. So if Bitcoin right now is around 30,000, I believe that in the next Bitcoin halving, that we're going to cross $100,000 a Bitcoin. That's my personal opinion. Not financial advice, purely entertainment and educational purposes. So you have the technical analysis that supports the price of Bitcoin. You have the Bitcoin halving that's going to happen in around May of 2024. So you have about a year. And the strongest growth is 100 days after the halving. The strongest growth is 1 year after the halving. And the actual momentum starts around 100 days after the halving. So it's not like boom and it just flies up. Around 100 days later or 3 months, the price starts to go up, up, up. So right now we have something called a Bitcoin spot ETF. A spot ETF means that the underlying asset that your ETF is about, you're buying. So if you have a spot Bitcoin ETF, you must buy actual Bitcoin, 1 for 1. You have two of the largest fund managers out applying, two of the top three. You have BlackRock, which is number one, 9 trillion under management. Vanguard, that's not applying. They have 7 trillion under management. And then you have Fidelity that has around 4 trillion under management. They're number three. And then there's a couple of others. Between BlackRock, Fidelity, and the others, that's $15 trillion under management. All of these people say you should have at least 1% of your portfolio in cryptocurrency. So if you take that into account, that's 150 billion of the 15 trillion, or approximately 1/4 of the total market cap of Bitcoin. Bitcoin's only going to have 21 million Bitcoin ever made. Right now, there's 19.4 in existence. Approximately 5 million is lost, which means people can't recover their keys and they can't get into their hard drives. Because of that, the scarcity of Bitcoin goes up. As I was telling Amit, around 5% of gold is mined every single year. You can't mine more. Can't really mine less. It's approximately 5%, give or take. So we know the scarcity of Bitcoin, and because we know the scarcity of Bitcoin, we can predict the price of Bitcoin in the future. And there's a lot of smarter people than me, Jesse-style technical analysts, that predict it. There's a guy called Plan B that has predicted the price of Bitcoin pretty accurately, like 85% of the time, right? Really, really good numbers. So they denied 30 ETFs. The SEC denied 30 ETFs. It is presumed that the next ETF are going to get approved because BlackRock applied. This is the first time BlackRock applied, second time Fidelity applies. BlackRock's record of ETFs is 575 to 1, and that one that they failed, they ended up getting later. BlackRock was not going to apply unless they believe that they're going to get it. And why are they going to get it? For several reasons. Number one, there's something called a shared surveillance agreement, which means the SEC can do surveillance on the customers that they have. Because of that, the SEC has to reconsider these ETFs. Also, BlackRock, Fidelity, everybody who's filing right now is naming Coinbase as their shared surveillance partner. That's why Coinbase is going through the freaking roof. I'm going to play you two clips. The first clip I'm going to play you is BlackRock CEO, Larry Fint. He went on TV and he called Bitcoin digital gold and he called it an international asset. And the second clip is going to be a former SEC chair. He's like Gary Gensler before Gary Gensler. He's actually the one that sued Ripple Labs, XRP, if you guys heard of it. And he says that the next Bitcoin ETFs are going to get approved, whether you believe it or not. I'm going to play you the two clips. Let's listen together.
Can they say no to a spot ETF? Well, for how much longer?
Well, it goes to that issue. I think that when the SEC approved the futures-based ETF, they said, let's look at the futures market. We see the surveillance. We see the protections in that market for the end investor that are sufficient. We don't see them in the spot market, so we're going to make that distinction. I think what the institutions are arguing is that those distinctions have gone away, and now the spot product is actually less drag, more efficient for the investor. So if there's not that delta in regulation, not that delta in what I could say efficacy, the spot should be approved. That's the argument that's going on right now. Look, the regulatory process, whether it doesn't matter.
It's been a while already.
It's been a while already. What I would say is this: if they're right, that you can demonstrate that the spot market has similar efficacy to the futures market, it would be hard to resist approving a Bitcoin ETF.
And also, I do believe the role of crypto is it's digitizing gold in many ways. Instead of investing in gold as a hedge against inflation, a hedge against the onerous problems of any one country, or the devaluation of your currency, whatever country you're in. Let's be clear. Bitcoin is an international asset. It's not based on any one currency. And so it can represent an asset that people can play as an alternative. I would call the foundation of BlackRock is about hope. You invest for retirement because you believe tomorrow is better than today.
Look, everybody, I don't know if what I explained right now helps anybody. I don't know if what I explained right now clears up the picture. I don't know if you guys got anything out of it. I believe you guys are getting something out of this. I'm not saying to buy crypto. I'm not saying to sell crypto. I'm just saying do your own research, and there is some substantiality of cryptocurrency. Now, I can go on for weeks and months to talk about the actual use cases of crypto. And I can go, to war explaining what crypto can do. Also, there's like 5,000 different cryptos, maybe more. I suggest for anybody getting into crypto to stick with Bitcoin or Ethereum. There are other altcoins that are fantastic and the actual technology is being used. But for starters, Bitcoin and Ethereum really works. Now, a lot of people are asking me, Adam, where do you buy your cryptocurrency? If you don't use it for DeFi and you don't really care about the DeFi, just buy it on Robinhood or Coinbase. But Robinhood is cheaper. And Robinhood has the cheapest rates for cryptocurrency. If you guys need a link to Robinhood, I have a link down below. Feel free to use it. Thank you very much. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys got something out of this. If you guys have any more questions. And for my channel members, just ask. If it's something that I know, I'll be happy to make a full video on it. As you can see, I'm knowledgeable when it comes to cryptocurrency, and I could talk about this all day. If you guys want to learn about real estate, or if you guys want me to review your mortgage, or if you guys want me to review a deal or something like this, please feel free to ask. I'm not a financial advisor, and everything is purely for entertainment and educational purposes. So I'm not, able to give advice, nor do I want to give advice. This is all hypothetical and just for fun. If you win, you win. If you lose, you lose. Just want to stress that. Thank you very much, and have a great day.